and welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today we're going to be exploring some heat embossing techniques using the new magazine box kit from Phill Sentimentally Yours. So let me take you through the kit first. So we've got this small die set, which is like a small kind of bubbly die, and then you also get this one which coordinates with this stamp on here. Then you get two stamp sets, so you get this one with the sentiments on, and you also get this one that has like all those gorgeous florals and butterflies on. I love this type of stamp set with loads of different kind of shapes and sizes that all kind of work together. Then we've got this really lovely embossing folder with that kind of almost Moroccan look to it. And then we've got the paper pack. You have to excuse mine, I caught it with some tape. So this normally comes in the centre of your magazine. So we've got all these gorgeous cut aparts and borders, and some more. And I love that you've got these kind of papers that don't have that much on them for if you want a more subtle background, but you also have these really gorgeous kind of quite full-on papers if you need something a bit more impactful in the background. And you've got these watercolour washes. I think this is a really nice, pretty, subtle floral. And then it starts again, so you get each sheet twice. So for our first card, we're going to do just some simple heat embossing. And I'm going to do that using this corner piece. So I want it in both corners. So everyone will have like different tools for doing this. I've got a stamp positioning tool that has like a corner in here so that I know I can turn it and position it in the same corner. You might want to do it by eye. You might have like a stamp wheel where you can turn the top. There's all sorts of different ways of doing this. Right, basically I just want to heat emboss this in two opposite corners of the card. So this is a 5 1/4 inch card blank, 5 1/4 inches square, and I'm just going to pick that up. In case you're new to heat embossing, it's always a good idea to have an embossing buddy, and you can just kind of pop that across like that, and then that will stop any kind of fingerprints or anything like that from catching the powder. So then I'm going to ink up my stamp with Versamark ink. So that is a special embossing ink, and there are several brands of embossing ink. I do like Versamark best of the ones I've tried though. And then I can just turn this to the opposite side, and then I'm going to ink it up again. I'm going to stamp it out again. And then I'm going to heat emboss those in black so that we get a nice kind of crisp dark line to our embossed images. So then I'm going to grab my heat tool. You want it on the top heat if it's got two settings. So we're starting off with this very basic form of heat embossing, and then we'll be going through some more advanced techniques. So then I'm going to bring in my alcohol markers, and I'm just going to colour that image. So then there's that coloured. So now I want to heat emboss a sentiment for in the middle. So I'm going to take the happy birthday from that sentiment set that's included, and I'm going to heat emboss that in the black again, but I'm going to heat emboss it onto this purple cardstock. And leaving plenty of room around the outside because I want to cut it into a square. So for those of you that are new to heat embossing, I like to pour it on, tap it off, and then use a piece of scrap paper just to funnel that back into the pot, and then you don't waste anything. So I've cut that into a square, and I've cut a bit of black foil cardstock and left quite a big border around the outside to reflect the fact that this is quite chunky there. And I've used black foil cardstock to kind of reflect the shininess of that black embossing powder. And then I'm going to add that to my card with foam. So then I'm going to grab some black embellishment and I'm just going to decorate this white area with them. And then there's that finished card. So then for our next card, I'm going to create a diamond pop-out card. So for this, I've got a 4 by 12 inch piece of cardstock, and I'm going to score it at 2 inches. Then I'm going to mark it at 4, at 6 and at 8 inches. And then I'm going to score it again at 2 inches. Then I'm going to turn it over, and again I'm going to just mark it at 4, at 6 and at 8 inches. So then you can see I've drawn a line down the centre of my scoreboard, and that's for things like this where you want to line things up. So then ignore this line here, I've drawn that incorrectly, so ignore that. We're going to draw a line from 2 inches to that middle mark, and then the same the opposite way. So we're going from the middle mark here to this line here. So we actually didn't need this 4-inch bit. I would do it again, but I've not got any more of this cardstock, so I'm going to carry on. So then we're going from the middle mark out to this end, and again across again. So you're going from this score line here, cross to the middle, and across again to the middle, and again out from the middle to the other score line, out from the middle. So you'll end up with 2 crosses, one each end. So then we want to fold back those ends. We want to fold along those score lines. And then that will leave us with this diamond in the middle. And then we're going to score down at 4 inches and at 8 inches. So then you want this middle diamond to pop out. So we're going to push that up and push these parts back. So then that folds like that. And then again, we want to push the diamond up on this side, fold those parts back, and then this piece comes under like that. So that's how it goes into your envelope, and then it pops up like that. So then I'm going to take a panel of white cardstock, and I'm going to cover that with embossing ink from my pad. So then I'm going to make an ombre metallic panel. So I'm going to cover the top about a third with silver embossing powder. I'm going to tip that along. Then I'm going to do the same with gold. And then I'm going to finish off with copper. So then I'm going to cut that into panels to fit my card. I was going to cut a panel for this piece, but I think that might be a bit much, so I'm just going to use these 2 end panels. So I've cut those down to 1 3/4 by 3 3/4 inches. I'm just going to add those to the 2 ends. And then I've got these pieces that I want to go down there, but obviously they're a little bit big. So I'm just going to add some fine pads, but not add them too close to the end so that I can chop the ends off easily. So these pieces that I'm adding on, I obviously just stamped with the stamps from the set, and then I've coloured them with my alcohol markers. And then I'll just cut the excess off there. So then I'm going to use the congratulations stamp, and I'm just going to heat emboss that in white onto some purple cardstock. And then I'm just going to cut around the sentiment. So I've got this piece that I'm going to use as my centrepiece. I'm going to pop that up on some foam. And then I'm going to pop this up on some foam on top of that. So then there's our finished card. So then for my next card, I die cut all of these pieces from white cardstock using that die from the set. And I want to heat emboss those all in silver embossing powder. So I'm going to press them into my ink pad, my embossing ink pad. So I'm going to attach a little bit of tape to the back of that. And that gives me something to hold so that I'm not touching the die cut, because I don't want the embossing powder to come off. So then I'm just going to cover it in the silver embossing powder. Then I've got all these lovely metallic embellishments for my card. So I've got this teal card blank that's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And I'm going to use my sticky dots to add these on. So these are sheets full of teeny tiny adhesive dots, and we're going to varnish those onto there. And then when we peel them off, they're like stickers. So then I can just add them onto here. And it's just a really easy way of adding glue to things like this. I'm going to have this piece in the middle, so I'm just going to lay that on there, and then I can add them kind of around that so that I know where they're going to go. And then I'm going to use my non-stick scissors to cut those pieces off, and then I can also add those on in other places. So then I'm just going to heat emboss this On Your Special Day sentiment onto some purple cardstock. I'm going to heat emboss that with white embossing powder. And then we'll cut that out with our scissors. So then I'm going to pop this up on my card on foam. All of the images that I'm using are just stamped and coloured with my alcohol markers. Then I'm going to add some foam pads behind my sentiment, and also behind this little dragonfly that I've stamped and cut out. So then there's that card finished. So for this next card, I'm going to do an emboss resist technique. So I'm going to use this kind of pattern in the background. So I'm going to take a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card blank, and I'm going to stamp that pattern all across the background. Then I'm going to grab my clear embossing powder and just cover that with the embossing powder. And I'd imagine you probably still can't see that too well on camera. Then I'm going to heat emboss there. So then I'm going to ink blend over that. So I'm going to start at the top with the broken china. Then I'm going to come in with the peacock feathers for the middle section. And then at the bottom, I'm going to add on some pine needles. And then I'm going to go back through the colours to just get a more even blend. Then I'm just going to use some kitchen roll just to buff that over, and you can see it's just removing some of that ink from over the top of the embossing, just brightening that up. So then I'm going to heat emboss this A Heartfelt Thanks onto the purple cardstock, and I do like to use up these scrappy bits if I can. I'm going to use the white embossing powder for that, and I'm going to cut that out. then I've got my background, I've got some of the flowers that I've stamped and coloured, and then I've got this frame which is the New Regal frames die, but really could have kind of any kind of shape frame there. An oval might work really nicely, or a normal arch if you don't have this die. So I'm going to use some foam strips around there. So I'm going to pop this up on foam pads as well. I'm going to pop that across there. And then I'm going to add that onto this corner here. Then there's that card finished. So then for my final card, I want to do Heat Embossed Letterpress technique with the embossing folder from the kit. So just added some Versamark watermark ink refill to my block, and then I'm going to grab my brayer and I'm going to ink up my brayer with that embossing ink. So now I'm going to grab my embossing folder from the kit, and on these embossing folders you want to ink up the coloured side because that's the front. So I'm going to roll that over that coloured side. And then I'm going to grab a purple circle that I've die cut, that's 5 1/4 inches. I'm going to make a circle card today. I'm going to pop that in there and run it through my die cutting machine. So then I can take this out, and you can see already that that ink's transferred. So I'm going to heat emboss it with silver. So I'm going to pour on my silver embossing powder. Now I can heat that up. Then we've got that gorgeous background, and I'm going to make this into a circle card blank. So I'm going to glue this to another circle the same size. And then I'm going to heat emboss this birthday wishes sentiment onto some purple cardstock. I'm going to emboss that in white embossing powder. So now cut that out. So I've cut this out, and I'm going to put some of this purple cardstock behind it. So then I'm going to add some foam behind there. And then I'll add that onto there. And then I'm going to add that onto our embossed panel. So then I'm going to add some foam pads behind my sentiment. So then I've got another 5 1/4 inch card blank, and I've just cut 1/4 inch off the bottom there and then scored a line parallel to that 1/2 inch from the top. I'm just adding some glue above that score line, and then I can add this onto there to create my card blank. And then there's our finished card. It stands up like that. And that bit on the bottom just helps it to stand nice and straight without wobbling everywhere. So then there we've got all 5 of today's cards. I'd love to know which is your favourite. Please do let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below. You can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.